For Media, this is the New 16.
It's Jim Steele live from the studios of the New School Center for Media right on the Harriman campus in Albany. Tuesday, thanks for joining us today, Election Day. Don't forget to get out and vote. And joining me in studio right now is Georgette and Marquita from the Albany Business Improvement District.
The downtown Albany.
Downtown Albany Business Improvement. Yep. I always leave one of the words out.
That's right. There are three of us in the city, so I need to be careful. I don't want to just be the Albany bid. I might get in trouble.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's new and exciting in the bid?
Well, we were just talking. One of the exciting things that happened over the summer was the implosion of the Wellington Annex building, which was. It was great. It was nationally and internationally played, I think in Australia and on Spain, CNN Spain, and it really made way for some of the new construction that's happening. We have over $180 million of construction this year. And one of the great things of the convention center coming is that new businesses are coming to downtown because they recognize the impact that the convention center is going to have. It's projected to bring 87,000 visitors a year and 40,000 hotel stays, hotel nights a year. And so one of the new businesses, they're actually having a grand opening party celebration this Friday is the Public House 42, which is at 42 Eagle Street, directly across from the convention center. It's an Irish-themed pub. And I had lunch there the other day, and you could actually sit right in the window and watch the construction of the convention center happening. And it was really exciting to see new progress, new construction, new things happening in our historic city.
Now, it was sometime in the month of October that I drove by in that area, and I saw the construction that's going on. Is it happening fast at this point, or is it kind of slow?
I think it's fast. One of the great things was that they got when they purchased the land from the previous owner, it was a clear and ready site, so they were able to start from day one that they've had it. Construction will take a long time. I think it's not slated maybe to open until the fall of 2016, so I think September 2016. But the hotel next to it is the DeWitt Clinton is being renovated into a Renaissance by Marriott. That's underway. They're expected to open fall of 2015. And then the original Wellington Row properties, they're moving, and they hope to have some of their new tenants in there by the end of the year.
Now, will that still be called the DeWitt Clinton and it just run as a property of?
No, it'll be Renaissance by Marriott.
Okay. Now back to the implosion. You said that you had a special seat for the actual.
I did.
Implosion.
Unfortunately, Marquita wasn't here that weekend, right? You were in the Adirondacks.
I was in the Adirondacks, but I got to see it about 8 minutes later because of the filming that we took from that. No, that was pretty cool.
And so we
were on the rooftop of the Hilton Hotel, and so while thousands of spectators were out in front of the Egg and the Empire State Plaza, we got sort of a eagle-eye view, and it was amazing to watch it come down as quickly as it did, as professionally. It really just fell on top of itself instead of everyone was nervous about the dirt and debris that it would leave, and they did a fabulous job. There was no cleanup needed.
Was it dusty where you were?
No, you could see the dust clouds, but they sort of also fell on top. We have a clean team, and we had them ready and waiting to help clean up the streets. The city had their Department of General Services, and the dust didn't really go anywhere. It was great.
So how many businesses are included in your district?
I think we have close to about 250 different businesses within our 50 blocks that the downtown Albany bid contains and the boundary lines.
And they run from restaurants to retail shops to little hobby shops and crafts and things like that?
It's retail, restaurants, lunchtime eateries to office buildings, government buildings, county, state, city. So
courthouses and banks.
Oh, the courthouse is in there too? Okay. Now, if someone is considering opening a business down in that area, do you guys assist someone in finding the right location that's available down there? I mean, can you offer that type of assistance?
Absolutely. So we have a database of all of the buildings that are in our district. We're aware of which spaces are available, what the rental rates are, what a lot of times a property owner may want a certain type of business or they don't want a certain type of business. So we understand what's currently available. And then a lot of times too, we'll connect them to a commercial real estate broker that specifically focuses on downtown. So there's a handful of them that really understand downtown and the demographics and what the rental rates are and how to negotiate best for them. We'll help the businesses go through the city process of getting your construction permits, your certificate of occupancy, your sign permits, all of those things. And then we'll even hold a ribbon cutting. We actually, next Monday, Kinderhook Bank just opened a branch downtown. So it'll be us, the county executive, the Albany mayor, Mayor Sheehan, and the chamber president, and we'll be down doing the ribbon cutting. We did the press release for them and getting that started and open.
Now, are you, go ahead.
I was going to say it's at 10 o'clock on Monday.
Oh, sorry.
If you want to come on out.
Are you city run, government run, or privately
we are
owned,
separate,
or?
non-for-profit. We
Okay.
are funded through property taxes that the each of the properties within the district pay a special assessment, and so the city collects it on our behalf when they bill, and then they hold it in an account for us, and then we draw down from that. So the property owners actually voted to create the bid because they wanted additional services for the downtown area that is solely focused on downtown.
So not every business down there is part of bid, though?
They are. So
They are, okay.
so the businesses themselves may not pay, the property owner pays, but probably is a pass-through on their rent.
And what are the advantages to someone that may be looking to start a business if they're looking in another area? What would the advantage of them looking to put their business in your district be?
Sure. So I think one of the biggest advantages is just what Georgette was talking about in terms of getting the business up and running, going through the process of getting the CO, the permits, and getting open, and then celebrating that open. But we offer large communication channels through all the downtown employees in terms of marketing your business, depending on what your business is and beyond. So we offer extensive marketing communication services in addition to our clean team, which is on the street 24, not 24/7,
Seven
but
days a week.
7 days a week. We'd love for it to be 24/7. We're working on that. That offers just an additional room and pan on the street, a set of eyes, an ambassador, moving people to and fro, and pointing out where your business actually might be located. So it's an addition marketing piece for that as well.
Do you find that the businesses that are involved are they friendly with each other?
They definitely are.
I think that's also a huge component is partnerships. We have a bakery that's going to be opening up in December, and it's a small shop, but already these collaborations between businesses are starting, and they're assisting, I think probably this week or next, using their commercial kitchen at about 3 a.m. So they've made that partnership happen, but they're also going to be taking over their dessert menu. So little secret
nice.
there.
Yeah. What do you guys, is there a big project or anything that you guys are currently working on? I know you've done things in the past. Can I mention what you've done in the past that, or you don't want to even talk about?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, we did the elves last
Yep,
year, and we had you here, and that was always a great success. But you're working on some other projects at this point?
Yeah, I think two of the biggest projects that we're probably currently working on is one, the creation of a dog park. And that may not sound like a big, exciting project, but when we have a growing residential population where we know their dogs before we know their owners, one of the hotels actually is a pet-friendly hotel. And several of the retailers actually bring their dogs to work with them. And some of the offices are starting to do that too. And especially as we're trying to attract that tech company that has a cooler, hipper vibe, they a lot of times will allow pets to come in. So we're working on building a dog park. So that's one of them. And then this morning,
I think before you go on, I think that's huge because it seems like there's hotels across the board that are adding pet-friendly rooms to their hotel because more people will travel if they're able to bring their pet as opposed to boarding them or finding someone to come to their house and watch them. You know, even if you're just going away for a weekend, and maybe we're building some more attractiveness to downtown Albany with what's going on there, that's kind of important to have.
I think the dog parks are really a destination. I live in the city of Albany, and where I live, I can't walk to one. So we get in the car and we'll drive and we'll take the dog. And so our goal is to make it one of the most attractive in the city. And we hope that it will help build community with the other residents that live in downtown, start that dialogue. But also, people have to walk their dogs at 7 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, in the evenings. It creates that more people on the street that we're hoping for as well.
Do you have a location for that, or?
Yeah, that we're looking at. It's called Wallenberg Park. It's the green space directly across from McGeary's,
Okay.
where the on-ramp to 787 is, and there's at the bottom there's a big orange tulip. If you've ever seen the sculpture that's down there, so we're looking at that park.
Do you do things with the shoes too?
That was ours, and this last year, this summer we had done the pianos.
Because I was at the Palace a week ago for Amy Schumer,
Oh, yeah.
and right across the street from there is one of the shoes, and I of course had to stop and have my picture taken inside the shoe. And then I was on a tour with Ghosts of Albany, and they're right across from the hotel there.
Mm-hmm.
There's another shoe right there.
That was actually purchased. We had auctioned the shoes off. I think we
Okay.
had done the Dutch shoes 2 or 3 years ago, and the corporation that built the business there, they actually purchased it, and they winterize it in the winter. They put lighting and landscaping out. They love it. And
I'm not entirely sure what inspired me to need to have my picture taken inside a shoe, but nonetheless,
You're not the only one.
You've done it too?
Yes.
All right.
But when we would be storing those in our office, we'd put them outside every once in a while, and it was amazing. It was just within seconds, people were taking pictures and going nuts with them. So it was a big hit.
And not just kids.
Not just kids.
Right. Big
I would
guys
say
that were struggling to get back out of
there
the
was
shoe.
more adults than kids.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really a kid. I mean, I might look like an adult, but I'm way more a kid. So you have the dog park. Anything else you want to mention?
One of the other things we actually just met before we came here is we're looking with SUNY and the School of Social Welfare and their Small Business Development Corporation about the creation of a retail incubator program for downtown, trying to match up people who are looking to be entrepreneurs to open their first retail establishment, as well as maybe some destination retailers that maybe have one store but are thinking about opening a second location and creating a concentration of retail in downtown, helping them grow, and then hopefully having them move out into one of the retail spaces that we have in downtown. So we're at the very beginning stages of that, but in partnering with SUNY Albany, they are a great partner in the city of Albany and particularly in downtown, with the SUNY D&H building being right downtown. So we are looking to grow retail opportunities in downtown.
I remember as a 5-year-old staying with my aunt for a weekend, and the big thing was that we would take the bus from, she lived in Menands, to downtown Albany, and then go shopping in downtown Albany. And it seems like maybe we're headed in the direction of being more revitalized so that more of that can happen again. At least that's my perception of it, and that's probably what you're hoping for as well.
It is, and I think with the number of, the new construction and the projects that are coming, we're expecting, I think, 600 or more new employees to downtown. We have $20 million of investment in residential conversion projects, which will bring roughly 300 new residents to downtown. With the convention center coming, there will be a significant need for not only the existing retail we have, but new retail.
Has there been any mention of any scheduling of events at the new convention center yet? I mean, are they even talking about that kind of stuff?
So they've put together a couple of videos to start advertising. I think they cannot start booking yet because they need a hard and fast open date. So they're waiting to get that from the contractor, which hopefully will come in the next few months. And because they don't want to book it and then have it not be done. But they have definitely been, the Albany County Convention and Visitors Bureau has been marketing the venue, and they've had some great conversations with people who are really interested in coming.
Now, and this isn't in conflict at all with the Times Union Center that's right there? I mean, is there going to be...
No, they're actually all partnering together. So the the managers of the Times Union Center actually won the contract to manage the convention center, and then they're going to work closely with the State Office of General Services, who manages the Empire State Plaza Convention Center. And so collectively, those three venues are the amount of exhibition and meeting space is the largest in New York State.
Wow, that's fantastic. So we've covered a lot of things. Is there anything else that you need to get out on the table so that people are aware of?
Come downtown. As one of my, I'm always countering when people say their perception of what downtown is, and my first question now within the last couple months has been, when's the last time you were there? And so question yourself on that, and come on back.
2 weeks ago, I went to the Ghost
Yours
tour.
is 2 weeks.
Well, and Amy, you said Amy Schumer?
Oh yeah, that was last week. So I was there 2 weeks ago.
Have
as
you
well,
been to our donut place yet? Our Cider Belly Donuts?
I did not go there.
Oh, you have to go. Cider Belly Donuts, they've been open for a couple months now, but the best part of what they do is they actually pipe out the smell of the donuts baking. So you can't walk by without buying at least one, if not a dozen. And my husband always makes me pick up an extra dozen to bring home. So
that dozen just for him?
Yes. He eats all by himself. Yep. They're that
small,
good.
So I mean,
they're good. Not small in calorie, I'm sure, but they are great.
All right. Well, thank you very much for
Thank you for
coming
having
in,
us.
and we look forward to seeing you again in the future to talk about great things for downtown Albany.
That sounds great. Thank you, Jim.
All right. Thank you. More music now from the New 16.